Now you might be wondering why I have so many robot vacuums on my desk today. If you've been watching my videos, you know I've done quite a few ECOVACS robot vacuum videos over the past couple months. And the question I get from you guys is constantly, which one should I actually buy? They're all really good, but they're all at different price points, and some of them have features that others don't. So that's exactly what we're going to be answering today in this video. Now, personally, I typically choose the robot vacuum that not only cleans the best, but also makes my life easier based off of the different situations that the robot vacuum is in. We don't all have the same variables based off of the house that we live in, the pets that we own, the carpets that we have. So let's get to it and talk about the different features that these robot vacuums from ECOVACS has to offer and see which one's going to be better for you. Now for this comparison, we're going to be talking about 5 different robot vacuums: the T50 Pro, the T50 Max Pro, the X8 Pro, the X9 Pro, and then the brand new X11 OmniCyclone. And then break things down by different technologies for cleaning: the Osmo roller cleaning technology, and then the blast suction power, and just compare how each one of these devices stacks up within those categories. So let's kick things off with my favorite technology from ECOVACS, the Osmo roller. Now I'm sure you probably know there are a lot of robot vacuums that are out there that do have mopping capabilities. These have been around for years now, but I think the Osmo roller is definitely one of the best ones that are out there. It is a roller mop feature that's built into the bottom of the robot that not only spins at 200 RPM while it's scrubbing the floors and cleaning up the stains, but it also cleans itself while doing so. Having tested pretty much every mopping system on a robot vacuum that's out there, this is a much more efficient way than those spinner mop or the vibrating mops that just move liquids around and don't really clean up the floors. In this category, we have the X8 Pro, the X9 Pro here in the middle, and of course the X11 OmniCyclone. The most affordable of these is the X8 Pro. It usually sells for $1,099, but it's on sale right now for just $799, making it an incredible deal. In addition to the Osmo roller system, it also has 18,000 pascals of suction power, True Edge 2.0, which allows the roller mop to extend out of the body of the robot vacuum and clean closer to the edges of the baseboards in your house, and then ECOVACS's Zero Tangle 2.0 system, which helps reduce those hair tangles that typically get caught up in the vacuum roller on a lot of other devices. The X9 Pro, on the other hand, is $100 more at $899 with the current discount. Usually goes for $1299. It also has the Osmo roller setup, but it's also built specifically for those of you who have a combination of hardwood floors and carpets, with this dry wet scene adaptation with a triple lift system, which makes sure that the roller mop on the bottom lifts up completely off of the floor when the vacuum detects that it's moving over carpets. It's pretty impressive what ECOVACS has done with this thing, with all the AI features that it's packed in. One other one is the AI stain detection feature that allows the vacuum to return to a specific stain that it identifies on the floor, slow down, increase the water flow, and then cover that stain area multiple times so that it's completely cleaned up. Of course, if you do want to go all out, there's the DEEBOT X11 OmniCyclone, which has all the bells and whistles. Thankfully, it's $300 off right now, which brings the final price down to $1199, but this thing really has it all. Of course, it's got the Osmo roller feature in there, but it also has 19,500 pascals of suction with 18 liters per second of airflow, making it the most powerful vacuum in EcoFlow's lineup. So it'll practically suck up anything that's in its path. And then it has True Edge 3.0, which is better than the 2.0 that we've gotten on these other two devices. But then it's also the very first robot vacuum in the world to feature a bagless OmniCyclone station, which not only saves you money because you don't have any bags to buy over time, but it's also easier to maintain because it's a simple canister like we get on stick vacuums. Just pull it out, empty it, and stick it back in. And then the final feature that sets the X11 apart is the PowerBoost charging, which delivers a 6% charge in just 3 minutes, making it perfect for larger houses so that your robot vacuum just doesn't have to spend an hour on the charger halfway through its vacuuming and mopping cycle. The next feature that we're going to be talking about from ECOVACS as I swap out the X8 Pro for the T50 Max Pro is Blast. Now, BLAST is an acronym that stands for Boosted Large Airflow Suction Technology. While there are a lot of robot vacuum companies that are out there that talk about and often brag about having 15, 18, or maybe even 20,000 pascals of suction power inside one of their robot vacuums, very few of them actually talk about airflow, which honestly is just as important. Suction power typically measures only at a single specific point within the system, while airflow takes into account how much air is actually being moved through the entire robot vacuum at that specific pressure. Think of it as, I don't know, a multiplier. The higher airflow multiplied by that suction power means that the robot vacuum will clean up more dirt and debris that's on the floor while it's cleaning your house. The ECOVACS DEEBOT T50 Max Pro was the first device within the lineup to feature that improved blast system. Not only does it have 16.3 liters per second of airflow, but also 18,500 pascals of suction power thanks to its larger fan blades and the inlet for the vacuum itself, along with a 100-watt motor with a lot more torque just to make sure that it can move all that airflow through the system itself. It has spinning mop pads on the bottom, as you can see here, and also a tangle-free vacuum roller as well, which makes the usual $799 price tag for this thing incredibly reasonable, but it's currently discounted with a price point that's knocked down to only $599, making the T50 Max Pro an absolute steal. And then there's the X9, which we already talked about a little bit with the blast system here. Has the same 16.3 liters of airflow, but as you might recall, its suction power is a little bit lower than the Max Pro at just 16,600 pascals of suction power, which means between these two, if you're making the choice here, you'd have to prioritize mopping, which this one does better at, versus vacuuming, which the T50 Max Pro is better at. And setting these over to the side, of course, we still have the X11 OmniCyclone, which honestly gives you the best of both worlds, both vacuuming and mopping. As I mentioned before, it has 19,500 pascals of suction with 17.9 liters of airflow. It's honestly pretty impressive at how good this is at cleaning anything off the floor. You have to see it to believe it. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but the X11 also has a new True Pass four-wheel drive system that allows it to easily pass over thresholds between rooms that are about 4 centimeters tall. I have an old house, so if you have an old house like me that has different levels of floors between the different rooms, this thing is an absolute godsend. It's honestly pretty incredible to see how easily it moves over those thresholds that are about an inch tall and makes the other robot vacuums kind of look a little bad in that comparison. If you are looking for the best featured robot vacuum within ECOVACS's lineup, these are definitely the best options for that. But I do know though there are a lot of people out there that are simply looking to purchase a really good robot vacuum but don't have all the money to throw at it to buy the best of the best. If that's the case for you, the ECOVACS DEEBOT T50 Pro and its $490 discounted price tag is exactly what you're looking for. While the T50 Pro is the cheapest device within ECOVACS's lineup, it's still packed with some really great features. The 81mm ultra short design means that it can get under a lot of furniture that most robot vacuums simply can't deal with. And it still has the TrueEdge 2.0 vacuum brush and mop system that extends out from the body of the robot vacuum to clean the corners and along the baseboards in the rooms in your house. On top of that, it also has the anti-tangle system for the vacuum roller. 15,000 pascals of suction, and like all of ECOVACS's even more expensive models, the OmniStation will automatically empty the dustbin from the robot vacuum, clean the mop pads, and even dry them with hot air, making sure that the robot vacuum maintenance is as simple as possible, but also giving you incredible value for the price. So with all of that, I hope this video has made it a little bit easier for you to decide which ECOVACS robot vacuum is going to be the best one for you. Personally, I'm going to be sticking with the X11 OmniCyclone. It's just that good, but if you are limited on your price or have specific features that you want, ECOVACS definitely has something for everybody. And if you want the best deals possible with the current discounts that are in place, be sure to check out the links in the video description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.